If men want to date younger women, they're looked upon as predatory, even if the age discrepancy is 10 years and this man is 38 years old and this woman's 28. It's inappropriate. If a man wants a woman to look a certain way, it's inappropriate. If a man wants anything, it's inappropriate. If a man wants to come home to a hot cooked meal, it's akin slavery somehow. All of these things that I've said, absolutely.
they fail their kids. Black men a lot of times fail their children. Let me continue with these frog legs. So I'm assuming these are frog legs.
Man. One, two. Can't nobody. Oh my God! What the fuck? One, two. Okay. You guys can hear me again. My fault, man. I'm trying to get this back together. Did y'all miss? I couldn't even tell. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me rewind just a little bit. My fault, y'all. My fault. My earpiece went dead. Oh, y'all couldn't even hear it. I'm gonna have to. Hey, fuck it. We might as well. Give me 1 sec, y'all. My sincerest apologies, man. Oh, I gotta go way back now. Dang. There's no thing but a chicken wing on the string at Burger King.
Internationally travel inside the United States. So nobody is. We would never. I would never say a black man shouldn't travel.
I didn't say that you did. I'm just stating my opinion. That's why I said let me tell you how I feel. I didn't say what you do. You know what I mean? I just but the brother didn't have anyone. So I just came for the contrary because I think I'm gonna actually take a little stream on the opposite of because I got into a little skirmish with passport. So it ain't like I said I'm not for no. I mean for was also nothing up here.
Okay. Let me slow it down. My fault.
Guys travel overseas to speak with hookers or do whatever they want. I don't even have a problem with that because let me say, I want somebody that's an Austin Holloman fan. Let me know. Let me say this again. I want somebody that's an awesome
My apologies. Let me, hold on. Stop.
This is your key.
There we go. Let me get it together. My apologies, y'all. Damn it, I didn't realize that my mic was off. I think that broadcast or not. Did y'all even catch the one part when I was talking? I'm about to watch the play. But earlier, let me hold on. I guess we gotta start it all over from where it began. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. Hold on, let me get it back. We about to run it back. My apologies, man. I ain't doing it. It was destined for me to do this. Am I back in? Where am I? Am I in there? Okay, I can see you. My apologies, y'all. But like I said, earlier in the day, I was on the other side of this kind of passport brothers argument, where it was a guy who was a staunch supporter of passports, and we got into a little skirmish. I hope y'all heard that, man. Maybe I'm gonna go back to it at the end just in case. All right, once we finish this up. But so then I go on the pass. I ain't go on, but I heard him talking, so I decided to pull up for a second and just kind of get the other side of the argument, which I was, told to do. Hold on a second. Let's see.
This is your king.
He was talking about this is your king. That's why I was like, man, like he was calling this young dude king, and like king of what? Like his other passport dudes that's been out there, right? So that when they, you know what I'm saying? I could understand he's saying the new king or the prince or something, but he calling him the king. But anywho, hold on, because I do come up there. And I want y'all to hear what I say before we start getting started. Let's get
Oh, you little cowardly Negroes.
He tripping though.
Mr. Punches for on? You gotta show your face on me. You gotta show your face. Backstage. And you come up. All right, wave your hand, sir. Wave your hand.
I love hearing that conscious voice.
I saw you, but wave your hand next time. Come up again, wave your hand. All right, cool. You good. You can come back down. What's up? Are you Mr. Finance Man?
No, I'm Mr. Finance Man, my brother.
Okay, what were you? Okay, what's up? You about to get it? Go ahead.
State before I start. I am for or against pass. Well, since I'm against it, if it's for like sex trafficking things of that nature. But if a young man or young person wants to go out traveling or just explore, I think that.
I don't think anybody. I think everybody that comes on this channel or on this channel that's on pro peso man. I don't think anybody that's ever said do not travel. We got seasoned travelers on the panel. The peso webs, all these young ladies, they've been to several countries, foreign countries, internationally, travel inside the United States. So nobody is. I would never say a black man shouldn't travel.
I didn't say that you did. I was just stating my opinion, my belief. That's why I said, let me tell you how I feel. I didn't say what you know what I mean? I just said, let me, but the brother didn't have anyone to defend him, so I just came up here to be the contrary, because I think I'm actually going to stream on the opposite of it, because I got into a little skirmish with Passport Brothers. So it ain't like like I said, I'm not for Miss Dawson. I'm just up here to kind of,
let me say this. I don't care if guys travel overseas to sleep with hookers or do what they want. I don't even have a problem with that, because let me say this. What a man does with his money and his time is his business. However, I have a serious problem when guys that look like me get on these platforms and they try to run these fake narratives to get these boys to go over to these countries and selling them dreams. I don't like that part. I don't like that these guys are trying to sell these guys dreams.
Okay. So now
it ain't all sweet going overseas.
I see. See, I thought you were just as like personally him. So you just mad at that he just tried to hustle brothers.
Right. There you go. Yeah, I'm not a hater.
Okay.
I hate the hustle. That's what I hate. I hate the hustle.
Okay. I definitely, but I mean, the bad part about that is if people gonna give you their money, then people gonna give you their money. It's plenty. So why ain't you mad at the
I'm mad at them.
You know, all the hustles that you know what I mean? Like, why you just because it's us?
Let me say this. If I go at the subscribers too, and if any of like those guys that just came up here talking, I told them to pull up so I can destroy them as well, because they the ones that's supporting that habit. You know, let me tell you something. You get the drug dealer and the junkies off the street. You lock them all up. You lock them all up, because if you lock them all up, then there's no sales, and there's no
man.
Yeah. There's no buyers, there's no sellers.
But you don't think his subscribers know that he's hustling? I won't say hustling, but he's doing this. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get the vibe.
Okay, well, let's run with that theory. Let's run with that logic. Now, if you were, why don't you? Let's say you're an Austin Holloman fan, and you subscribe to them. That's free, and then you super chatting them, PayPal them, sending them all kind of money, subscribe to his Patreon and all that other stuff, and he hustling. So why would you be doing it? Why would you be giving him money if you know he's hustling?
Because some people, I'm just saying, some people might not be able to do what he's doing, so they send him because they want to live vicariously through him, especially with the advent of the internet. You kind of almost can. You know what I mean? And I think that's the attraction to this. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying I think that might be the attraction.
Let's go with that, because I don't really buy into that. I try to think critically, and I try to think with common sense. And
you don't think brothers saying like, man, I wish I could be like Austin. Let me support that brother, because one day I'm gonna be like him. I'm gonna help that brother out.
I'm not saying. Let me say something. I'm not saying that can't happen. But my thing is that you can live vicariously through somebody just by watching. You want to support them.
Right. But I'm saying, and so and then there's another question.
The only time, let me say this, I could see if you wanted to live vicariously with him and you wanted to support it.
You see what I'm saying, though? But you don't have to support. You don't have to give him money, but you can watch him. What? Like, who says that? Like, what the fuck? If he get money over of it, let him get money. Especially a black man who ain't killing or robbing nobody to do it. Like, I mean, selling drugs. Like, he might be. That's it. We talk about the hustle too. Like, hold on, let's just keep going.
Him, and he was like down bad, and he needed the money to keep going. Then I can see you support him, because now your this avatar that you have, it's on life support, so you need to prop it back up so it can continue on its journey. But before then, if the avatar is healthy, it's moving around. I mean, I don't think I don't think you would feed your dog. If your dog never needed food, if your dog never came to you for food, you would buy dog food.
I think you missing the before part of that. Why he's like so many of these dudes is because they see themselves in him. But he really handled. You know what I'm saying? They still kind of complaining.
What do they see? What do they see? Tell me what they see.
Like they feel rejection and they sick of it. I'm not saying it's right or it's true, but I'm saying this is how they feel. They feel rejection and like they never gonna get nobody. But they see this brother doing what they want to do. That's the part. That hitch part. I'm talking about that part too. And then to see the effects of that. Why would you want? You know what I'm saying? Like you got. And then how many young cats you think it is? Like subscribing to him and like sending them PayPals or Patreon. I would think it wouldn't be dudes over 30. You think it's dudes over 30 sending the money and shit like that?
Of course.
Really? So that even helps my point even more. They feel. Thank you, brother. That's my last name. They feel like rejected and been heartbroken, but this brother's doing. He's doing something.
Well, we were. I know you're like, why do you say thank you, brother? That's my last. It was a dude. I'm always reading the comments. He was like, "This dude is a moron." I was like, "Thank you, brother. This is my last name. Thank you. Finally, someone knows my last name." But let's continue.
Something I want to do, so why wouldn't I support him? If he can do it, I can do it. So why not? I'm not saying that this is right, but I'm just saying that this is
Let me say this. Okay, well, I said we're gonna roll with your logic. But my question is that there's more than just Austin Holloman out there. Why are they not supporting those other guys?
Maybe he's like I don't. I'm not in their psyche. I'm just talking about like.
No, we going deeper. Why Austin?
So why do
you see what I'm saying? That's personal, man. That is personal. So this dude's name is Pesco, and he's like an anti-passport brother. But the funny thing about it is he's a passport brother. Like he lives in Ghana and yada yada. But the reason why I went on his show originally, Lawrence, is because I was on the other side of the argument today with a passport guy who's for it. And I was just like, stop complaining. But it must didn't show at the beginning when I was playing. I think my mic was messed up and y'all couldn't hear me. But I'm gonna play it at the end to show y'all the other side of the argument. But this is, you know what I'm saying. So he's assuming that I'm a Austin fan, and like I said, I don't know if you caught that part, but like I said, I was just going up there to be the contrary, to be on the other side of the argument, so I can get both perspectives. I learned that somewhere in some class I had here on YouTube, but professor went crazy and shit. Nevertheless, let's continue.
Like I said, I've never watched it, but people talk about it. I've never watched it.
Scenario, you the one that came with this, so we're gonna get you thinking.
Probably because he's young and he did it. That's probably the most part. He's young and he did it.
There's other
like
guys
he ain't talking about it. He's doing it. Like, okay, name somebody else though. Who's known like him?
We can name Passport Dog. We can name Rue Travels. We can name
like see, I don't know these people.
Rue Travels. We can name.
But I'm saying so. Maybe Austin was listening to the algorithm.
We can name the guy. We can name the guy with the stripper. With the porn star girlfriend. What's it? Travel versus. That I just named.
I think I heard of that. See, I think I heard, but I only heard of it. Okay, so what if it's just
that are fairly? I would consider, fairly.
Brothers who done put in the work and they really done did it, right? Brothers who done put in the work and they really doing it, right? So you would consider them, right?
Well, whatever you call it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
There's three guys right there. There's three guys right there.
Oh, okay, but I'm just saying, what if just
look? He didn't even want to give those three guys the props. Like he named these three gentlemen. He named the three gentlemen. I didn't. Like, and not that I'm saying, like, it's something wrong. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing wrong with going around the world, exploring the world. Like, my granddad used to tell me, Earth is your turf. You should be able to go anywhere you want to on the world when you want to, if you can do it. So, but do I think you should solely go to another country to get a woman? No, not solely. Like, I mean, if you on that journey and you happen to find what's going on, if you're on that journey and you happen to find one, then yeah, that's all good. I think that's what's up. But I don't think that should be your sole intent to go out there. All right. So let's continue.
Austin got pushed in the algorithm to YouTube. It was, you know what I'm saying, just by happenstance, an opportunity. You know what I mean? So see, that's why I stated what I stated before I came on it. Like, people don't even know how to like argue on the other side. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead, my fault.
People
I was reading the chat again.
The algorithm by happenstance. Didn't you say you have a channel? Don't you have a channel? You say? Okay, why are you not being pushed? How many?
Because I be bullshitting around. I be getting on it for a little bit, then I stop, and then
You see how he tried to, why ain't you in the algorithm? You see, well, come on, man. Why ain't you in the algorithm? No, let me stop. Well, I'm about to blow right now. You know what I mean? This gonna be the one. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Pesco man. Escobar. Let me stop. Big shout out to him. I appreciate the debate, man. Like I'm not, because like, this is all it is YouTube. That's it. This is all it is. What's going on, Chef Disaster? Appreciate the pull up. This is all YouTube, man. We're here to express our opinions, nothing more, nothing less. And hopefully, if we do meet up, we want to buy each other drinks. I ain't trying to fight over a conversation. Really? I'm old, man. I get punched in the eye. It's gonna take 3 months to heal up. Don't. Let's. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We can play some spades, a pity pad, PlayStation. You want to fight? Cause I beat you up verbally. But I never mind. We gonna continue. Let's keep going.
You know,
Austin Holloman content is trash, sir. It's trash.
It's trash. Like I said, I never really watched him like that, but I'm just saying, it's some people like it, right? He got to if he could get subscribers and super chats and all that. And I'm saying there must be enough young cats who want to do what he's doing to these dudes who's living vicariously through him, so they need this YouTube shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Now I don't buy it.
Well, he's like you're talking about. He's almost in blood.
I don't buy it.
See, he don't even want to listen to the other side of the argument. Like, so what I was literally saying is that some of these brothers who are never going over there, they live like look, Austin doing it, so they kind of living vicariously through him. If he doing it, then they kind of doing it. And if I can support that brother, I'm helping him do it. And I'm not saying that they are right. I'm just trying to peer into their mind to see what they seeing. Like, so are you living vicariously through Austin? Do you know what I'm saying? Is that why you supporting them? That's the kind of questions I wanted to know. You know what I mean? I ain't here to judge them brothers. I'm just here to find out, what the deal is, yo. Let's continue.
Vicariously, if that is, that's a small percentage.
So why do you think your brothers think?
I watched a couple of them, but when he pop up, because I am subscribed to his channel, so when they pop, but some of them I don't watch. Yeah, he's hilarious. He's total passport, ain't he?
Going over there.
The reason why they're supporting Austin Holloman because these are guys that hate women. That's
they hate women here though. So that's what I'm saying. They not here. That brother's doing this.
Let me tell you something. They hate any woman that doesn't give them vagina. Let's get that straight. That's not they hate women over in the U.S. They hate any woman that will not let them have access to their vagina.
See, that's what I don't understand, man. You telling me that brothers really don't know they don't hear no sometimes in life? Like you don't hear no. Like that's what I don't understand. Like you telling me these young brothers really don't believe that like everything's just supposed to be yes. But you're supposed to hear yes from every woman every time. Like, that's not even logic.
Can I ask you a question? Do you live on the planet Earth? You live on the planet Earth?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm just making sure because you don't sound like you live on the planet Earth because
I'm just old, man.
There's plenty men. There's plenty these young guys out here. I say under 35 and under, and really it's probably guys older than that are just.
Let me dispel this myth for who's ever listening and whoever. If you are a man, you are going to hear no in your life from a woman. Just get ready for it. Just like you are going to hear yes, you're going to hear no. It comes with the territory, brothers. But there are I won't say so many, but it's a lot of women out here, especially for black men. And then with these passport brothers leaving, you're going to have even more choices. So you're going to hear no sometimes. You just deal with it, you move on. You learn what not literally. You can't take it as a loss. You have to take it as a lesson. It's simple. Well, come on.
Stupid. We're gonna say the guys 35 and under. Most definitely. There's a lot of sexually entitled men walking around here thinking that they supposed to be smashing the baddest girls on the planet. They won't even. For example, they are a regular girl with a titty sagging a little bit, booty ain't plump. It's kind of a little flat.
It's a little flat back. I know what you talking about. The little flat back.
They're turning them down. They're turning them women down.
But do you think it's because they're young? Because I mean, for real, man, dude is still he's not a dog. His brain is not thinking about it.
Most black men in this country, unfortunately, have low IQ. They're just not.
I don't think that's the case, man. I just say that. I don't think that's the case. You don't think might not be intelligent on paper. I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of stupid ones, but I think it's more than not smart ones. They might not apply because I've heard a lot of brothers tell me. People started making fun of them when they would, answer questions in class, and they would almost dumb themselves down to fit in. So I think, you know what I'm saying? And this is when we was going to school. Like, why would you do that? Fuck what they think, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't the smartest, but I never shied away, but like that, like I said. But I think, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that intimidation and that fear of failure. You know what I'm saying? I think, unfortunately, failing, like, it's going
another right here. This is another installment of Austin Holloman. Now, Austin Holloman talks about women being able to cook. You know, traditional women. You know, whatever so-called traditional women are. Now, he's with a girl that he claims is his tour guide slash. One day she's his tour guide. One day she's his girlfriend. I mean, this nigga is bipolar. His mind is bipolar.
You know, and he's paying for her services for the whole week. And I mean, you know that many services.
I don't know if he's paying her or what he's doing with her. But he runs a narrative. He says he wants a traditional woman. He talked about this traditional stuff, but this woman hadn't cooked yet. This is the first video that they're trying to get her to cook after like 10 videos in. And she's not even cooking. It looks like her auntie or her mother is cooking, as you can see. She's not even cooking, it's somebody else cooking. It looks like they cooking some type of chicken.
It's frog legs, right?
Chicken, I guess that's chicken. Yeah, I guess it's chicken. They're cooking chicken, oxtail, something. I don't know what that is. It might be frog. Oh, shit, it's frog legs.
Yeah, that's good.
Huh?
Yeah, no.
It's frog?
It looks like it. A bad drawing that chicken.
Yeah. And let me say this. Yeah, it looks like fried frog legs. And let me say this. You know, these guys are talking about modern women, which I know they're full of it, cooking and all that other stuff. And look at this woman right off the bat. She frying shit. So by the time you get Austin Holloman, you're 23 years old. By the time you're 43, you're gonna have heart problems.
But I'm trying to figure out this young man's background too, because it seems like something's off. You know what I mean? Because it seems like he could get women here naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, does he raised with his mother and his father?
Yeah, he's raised by a single mother.
He's raised by a single mother.
All right. Do you see how the brother went in on his diet and shit? Like, that's what, like, because as we start talking, he kind of like literally taking personal shots at the young dude. And I dig it, but it almost seems like he's mad at the young cat for some odd reason. Hold on, back in it. I'm with the mini player. My fault. My fault. Let me get it back. My apologies, guys. We're gonna get it back together. There we go. Stay on mute. Let's get back into it real quick.
Yeah, he's a creep. He's awkward.
Did he have those
My fault.
siblings?
He's a sexual deviant. Yeah, he has a little brother.
You think he's a sexual deviant? Why would you say that?
You can just tell by the way he talks.
Nah, that's something different though, man. You can't just say somebody's a sexual deviant.
This man has been watching porn. He said he's been watching porn since 6 years old.
That's what you see what I'm saying? A sexual deviant, like, I don't know what dude is, but I ain't gonna I think people fling that around too much, man, and it's almost like nothing to say anymore. Like, cause I remember when it was like, you touching kids, but people kind of say like pedo, like, you know, they say it so much. It's a nickname for it now, cause it was never pedo, it was pedophile. So you knew exactly what the person was, but it's so rampant now. It's just pedo. People don't even have the time to say pedophile anymore. Excuse my French. Hopefully they will. That's another. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back into it.
So obviously he's a sexual deviant.
He says what?
That's what he said. He said he's been watching porn since 6 years old. I didn't make.
Oh, in real time, he was getting cooked. Oh my God. What kind of sucker? Yeah, see what I'm saying? He was getting cooked. I appreciate that acknowledgement, bro. Oh man, but it continued on until he started calling me, you know, gay, and you know what I'm saying? I'm sucking dude and all that. Yeah, you know how we do as we get like that. But hold on, let me go back to what I initially, so I might as well show you the other thing now that happened. But I clipped some of them. Ooh, I did get you clipped a little bit there, bro. But let me show y'all what happened now. on the other side of the argument, I might as well stop sharing now. No, don't stop sharing. Don't stop sharing. Oh, books. I see books live. Go over there real quick. Give them a thumbs up. Then come right back, y'all. Come right back. Come right back. But hold on. Let me see if I can find. But like I said, I was on the other side of that argument a little bit earlier today, and I just want to show y'all real quick. This right here. We still got the fair use up. So I was watching this.
If men want to date younger women, they're looked upon as predatory, even if the age discrepancy is 10 years and this man is 38 years old and this woman's 28. It's inappropriate. If a man wants a woman to look a certain way, it's inappropriate. If a man wants anything, it's inappropriate. If a man wants to come home to a hot-cooked meal, it's akin to slavery somehow. All of these things that I've said absolutely brings men to the choice where a lot of men are going their own way. A lot of men are getting their passports and going overseas. A lot of men are doing anything except trying to deal with Western women. And in the end, who loses? I see tons of women saying, well, I don't care. Let them go. But in the end, who loses? No one wants to be alone at the end. This falsehood of you don't need anybody, this falsehood of independence. But an independent person is by themselves. And I've seen this on both sides of the spectrum. And I say this, it's ugly at the end when
Oh, I'm sorry. It's ugly at the end. So like I was just like, man, this shit, man, it's enough. So I left him a message. I said, when y'all leaving? Because y'all cry more than the women, right? Total opposite of what dude was. Oh. And yeah, go to tHEP network and subscribe and hit the like. Tell them Conscious sent you, all right? So I left a message, when y'all leaving because y'all cry more than a woman. He replied back, sir, this is a white knight free zone. So kindly see your dusty pandering bear Derek Jackson wanna be tailed to the little boy's table. What? Like what grown man talks like that? Who would even come up with a sentence like that? Like that white knight Derek Jackson, dusty pandering. What? You could just call me a simp, man. Like, wouldn't it have been easy? I'm sorry. Look, Derek, that is just so weird. Dusty pandering bear Derek Jackson wanna be tailed to the little boy's table. Men are discussing facts over here, Baby Huey. Baby Huey's a Google Baby Huey. Wow, I can tell. That's what I'm saying. When he said that, I said, man, this is an older cat right here to know who Baby. And I know I'm old because I know who Baby Huey is. I know who Baby Huey is. And I'm not gonna even tell you, but Google Baby Huey. It's easy to talk online. We all know you'll crumble in the real world. Like we are literally talking about passport bros at this point. And I'm going to crumble in this real world talking about passport bros. I said, I feel you, but you still aren't man enough to get a woman here. So who's the little boy? You or me? But I feel you. Now get your passport and get going. Somebody gave me a thumbs up on that. Oh, wow. Thank you. So he replies back. You see, now I know you don't know shit. I'm happily married to a woman I met here. I'm one more time, so just in case. You see, now I know you don't know shit. I'm happily married to a woman I met here. He is the total opposite of a passport bro. He is an in-house hoe. I'm sorry, not an in-house. An in-house bro. An in-house bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say hoe. My apologies. It just rhymed. A little sirism. Sorry about that. There's a little sirism in me and shit. My apologies. But I'm just saying, like, you married to a woman you met here and you're giving advice to passport bros? How does that even, that doesn't go together? That's plaids and stripes. That don't even make no sense. Like I said, sad boy, it's easy to talk, but you lack the stones to stand firm, little boy. Stand firm on what? We're literally talking online. What? How am I stand firm? What, like, are we gonna meet and have a duel about the passport legacy? And we both Americans who have women who have been with women from here? What? What? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, brothers. You don't always have to stick your chest out and beat it, man. Okay, just calm down, man. Like, we're literally talking. Like, why you get so mad? You can't even leave. Literally, you can't leave. That's why you mad at me, because you can't leave. Like, 2 reasons you can't leave. 1, you're married. You dig what I'm saying? 2, you got a wife. I guess that's married, though. I guess that's the same. No, let me stop. Excuse me. But I'm saying you can't even leave. You're married to a woman you met here. That's what I'm saying. That man, come on, man. Come on, man. I have an idea why you spend 5 minutes of research before talking shit. You'll save yourself the headache of owning yourself and shaming your lineage with ignorance, but your name says it all, doesn't it? That was very profound. That one right there was kind of profound. Like, that was like, wow, my lineage. All because of a discussion online about passport bros, and you are in-house, bro. You're an American. You fashioned you an original, huh? You didn't want to go nowhere. You fashioned you one right here. Come on, man. He said the wall awaits. So man can hit the wall now? Because I've never heard man can hit the wall, but okay. So he was lucky enough to get a woman before he hit the wall. That's what's up. Congratulations, bro. So she's holding up your wall. No, let me stop, man. Let me stop. Like, this is a little discussion. We're probably about to end it here in a minute, but let's keep going. So you're miserable. Okay, I got you. You know, he's married. So what else can I say? He's miserable. I gotta say he's miserable, but not most people in marriage aren't miserable, but it's always that little joke about being miserable in marriage. So, okay. I had that. That's the only thing I had left. She must love how you talk about others' relationships. If you're not in the game, just sit on the bench, sit back and watch with your traditional wife. So just watch the game with the tradition. Since I'm a grown-ass man, I'll do exactly what I wish. He put wish, but he meant I wish. I get it. Go pander elsewhere, little man. You have zero understanding of adulthood. Like I said, it's easy to talk shit online. Like, why wouldn't I know? I'm 44. I know some things. Zero understanding? Zero? Like, nada? Zilch? Wow. People really do not like the conscious moron. Was gonna appreciate she's still in the building. Like, I mean, come on, y'all. Like, this pontificating is quite good, though. I must say, but you know what I'm saying. And then he hits me with, again, sign language, very feminine. I don't know why he says sign language. So I come back with a burn. That was a good one. And do we got any more replies? I think it might be one more little reply. And then he says adulthood. I say adulthood. Okay, OG, who's miserable with your miserable wife? Enjoy. And I know, like, yo, a part of me saying that because I'm miserable and I'm all by myself. So if you could, let me stop, man. Let me stop. If you in a loving, caring relationship, that's what's up. That's what's up. And it seemed like he was. I was just being petty. I can admit that. I was just being petty. I was at work, and I know. And I just looked at dude like, no way. No, but I just being petty. So he called me a beta short order cook over here talking. Short order cook. I could but beta? Why I gotta be a beta? Why am I a beta? Because I'm not in the passport, bro. A beta, like, that's just so. I would have said sick more than anything, or motherfucker don't care. Now let me stop. But I'm just saying, like, a beta. We quick to throw beta, but he didn't call me nothing else. But it's cool. It's cool. Old bitter man over here crying about women he can't have. You out the game, so just sit, just watch from the sideline. Now that was very petty. But like. You know what I'm saying? I think it's different because I know cats on YouTube who say, yo, I married my wife here, and then they proceed to talk about passport bros or whatever the relationship situation is. But to come out like you a passport bro and you be doing it, and then to like say in this argument we having back forth that you're the total opposite of a passport bro. You found your wife here. And like, how can you determine what shame black? But she how he say he got a wife? Well, is he black? Like, that's crazy. That's what I don't understand about this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not saying he's allowed to express his opinions, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, he should be giving these young cats the realest. Like, yo, I found my wife here. But if you're gonna be a passport bro, dudes, this, and this, and this, and this, and that. Because I think it would be totally different if you telling these young cats all this stuff and you ain't mentioning that your wife is here and you've been happily married. Like, it's the total, like, because the brother will be like, well, hold on, how did you do that one? Because I wouldn't have to go across the country, across the world to get one when I can do like you did and just find one. Because I don't care what you say. It's a lot of modern women out here, but it's still women who want to be taken care of. I know it is. So if you can do it, then that's more power to you. But if you can't do it, then you have to be. She gotta work. You gotta work. You're gonna have to put in work together. You're literally gonna have to put in work together. If like one of y'all can't sustain from one not working, you're gonna have to put in work together. That's what that means today. Like, it's not that hard. Come on, guys. Like, stop fighting it. We're not in traditional times. We are in modern times. Like, in the future, they're gonna be like, oh, remember those traditional dudes when they went half and half? Like, so that's what I'm saying. You'll be talking about traditional. That shit was that was modern times back then. So that, man, yeah. Okay, never mind. But you know, I caught both sides of the argument. Maybe I think it's called maybe this is the lesson that I was supposed to learn today. You dig what I'm saying? But it was fun. Oh, hold on. Let me get the signal. We're gonna stop sharing real quick. We're gonna get back to the man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Thank y'all, man. I've just been talking a little junk. Here, let's pull that one up. All right, my man said a lot of dudes' opinions are emotional like me. I married my wife in America, but it's on the person. Cut the Joes off and you can see the good. Easy, it's not always right. Okay, I feel you on that. Yeah, like, man, it's, you know, like, I think if you can find, like I said at the beginning, to do, I don't think it's anything wrong. I think really young black men should go out in the world and experience it, but to solely go out in the world with because it's almost a defeatist mindset. Like, I can't find a woman here, so I'm leaving, in a sense. Like, and then to find what? Like, y'all act like these women don't got the internet over there. And they ain't like, come on, man. Like, and even if they don't, but I don't think your sole purpose should be to go and find a woman that is traditional in another country. Like, especially if you young, like if you dudes age, he should just be exploring the city. More than anything, he should just be trying to hustle. This is my experience in Thailand. Look, we're here, we're there. And you can't keep making it about the women. In a sense, so I'm not with Austin at all. Like, if he gonna move like that, he should keep that on Patreon and not like. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and I should have kept playing the video, but dude, he private the video. As we were talking, I asked him, yo, have you ever tried to holler at dude, like get at him as an old dude, because I think he travels. How you gonna make the video? Like, come on, man. You should stand on your shit, man. I can drop the link. My fault, man. I was just rocking out for a minute, but I dropped that link, my brother. Come on up, man. Yeah. Flip it over real quick. But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should, like, especially if you've been where he's at, Pesco, man, you should be like, man, bro, look at my content. I can show you how to do this shit, yada yada yada. Stop making moves like this as an OG. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get fucked up out here. And I was trying to ask him that, but like he talking about he don't got no morality because he doing all this. I'm like, you ain't got no morality. You've been making money off of Austin about this.
Talks about he don't got no morality because he doing all this. I'm like, yo.
Hey, is that how I'm sounding? Oh man. That's how I'm sounding. Hold on, let me change. Right. They got me sounding smuffy. Okay. Hold on. Let me change that mic back out my phone. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. But come on. But like I was saying, man, he should be dropping jewels on these young dudes, man. Like, and I was going to, that's the funny thing. I was going to like have the elders let these young black brothers down, man. Even as myself as an elder, I've been thinking like, because when I went home to visit my family, you know what I'm saying? I got a great nephew. And he like 19, and I'm thinking like, man, and me seeing him like, man, I can remember, and I was just trying to, yo, you gotta do this, and I know like, I ain't seen your ass in 2 years away from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just like, bro, you gotta, and I know he kind of, I'm his uncle, so he listened a little bit, but he like, I don't even see you up, you know what I'm saying? It's different, but anyhow, I'm just like, I felt like, man, I can't let him down, I don't want to let him down, yada yada. But it's just, man. What up, She?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. How you?
All right. Yeah, I just jumped back over here. I was moving around, doing a little stuff, and I said, man, let me get back over here and listen to the conversation.
Yeah, man.
But the crazy,
it's
man.
funny today. Go ahead, my fault.
You good? With all the guys, like, I don't have a problem with you going over there. Like, hey, you live your life, do what you do. You're a grown man. Now, what you advertise and what you put out to everybody else, now that's a different story. Now, he got caught up because he was advertising that the sex was easy. Now, what he should have been saying, the women are, easy to deal with and go from there. Right. And let the people be the judge. But now you out here saying that, the women are easy and they took it a whole different direction. And basically, that's what a lot of those guys doing. They're going over there to have sex, then they come back over here and they messing up the pool of guys who are really going over there looking for wives. Right. Because that's how it always been like that. The military cats, the cats who had some type of substance about themselves, they were going over there, seeing the area, seeing how the women were, the culture, and coming back and telling their friends. That's a lot of military dudes ain't come back. Right. I know one military guy, he does heating and air, HVAC. Dude say he went over there for the military. He was over there for, I think, 9 years straight. He said, man, I wasn't finna come back. He said it just, hey, because I think he was in Japan. But he said, he like his sisters, though. But he was like, man, I like my sisters, though. But, old girl over there, we was cool, had our good little times and stuff, but I had to get back to the States, man. I was missing home because the money was good, but he's like, I was missing home, And the guys who went over there to find wives, they got wives, they got families, they got business over there. Just like I hear on a lot of screens, how many guys go over there and actually learn the language so they can talk to the women?
Exactly. I was gonna see, and me and Pesco was talking, but he done dropped the screen or private it because I guess I was running. But I was trying to get into that, but yeah, he really don't know the language. That's what I'm saying. He ain't got no polish about him. Like the older cats really should be pulling him under his wing, and maybe I don't know. It's just, man, that whole shit is just crazy.
Well, the big thing with Austin got in trouble because Austin found this passport thing, and he got a little taste of fame, and it's like jumping in the game without knowing the rules.
Right.
And that's what he did. He jumped in head first, didn't know the rules or anything. He just thought, man, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna be all this, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me because why? I'm passport, I'm this, I'm that, because I'm a part of a sorority. That's like the fraternity. I mean, it's fraternity. I'm a part of fraternity now. But the thing about that fraternity, there's rules and regulations to the fraternity. He didn't go and seek for the handbook. All he knew that he got jumped into a secret society or something that was supposed to be secret. Like I always talk about.
He found the creep way in. He didn't get initiated.
Nope.
Backdoored of this shit.
Yep. He did like the dudes they talked about with the fraternities. They paid their way in.
Right.
So that's how they had easy access. They didn't have to learn the rules, no hazing. You just put a little money in and you good. So that's the same thing in reverse to Austin with him getting a viral video. When that viral video struck him, and now he the face of the community.
Right. But it seemed like he would have been. It would seem like he would have been smarter and reached out to the older cats in the game, man. Like that's what as I was talking, like it's easy, man. Y'all gotta ask questions. Y'all can't think y'all know everything, man. And it ain't nothing wrong with asking questions.
This youth society, man. Old people don't know nothing. Us old guys don't know nothing, man. We've been around the block for a minute. We don't know how things move. We don't know how things
man, like when I was younger, man, I still recognized that older people were where I wanted to be older. How did you get there? Like, or you know what I'm saying? I still like it was just common sense, like to listen. I might not do everything you say, but you're gonna lace me with something that I could use. But I grew up around older people too, so it was always like they was saying shit, and it was just naturally for me to start listening after that or asking questions. But man, like it just seemed like these dudes is just lost, and they think Google's, you know what I'm saying, can direct them and shit.
Well, it boils down to the thirst of knowledge. A lot of them cats, man, they not really thirsty for knowledge. They thirsty for getting in through the door. Right. When you talk to an older person, I always like hanging around older people. Hell, most of the guys I go hang out, play cards. I know I'm the last youngest because I'm 40. The guy that's that's a little older than me is 48. He's finna be 49 this year. Right. And the guy over him is like 53, and everybody else is older. The oldest cat, he probably 73. And we all kick it, talk to each other. All my little young friends, I don't even hang with them all no more. There's only one guy that I hang with around by my age, and me and him, we hang on a business tip. We friends, good friends, but we mostly hang on business tip. That's how we still so close, because the mindset. Right, we go out of that clubbing and drinking and partying and smoking and stuff, and a lot of people still stay in that mindset. But with Austin, man, like I said, he didn't want to take the knowledge. Like, dude, you got a piece of fame. So, yeah, you learning the lesson. You making the money on YouTube. You doing your thing. But the thing is, you should have been keeping it on the tourism side to show people the life over there and talk about that other stuff, on Patreon or something like that. Like they say, you put it behind the paid wall. Even if you go into detail about something crazy, that's on the paid wall.
Right.
You got cats on the paid wall to go over there and do the same thing. That's like I know them cats over on other spaces. They would literally pay $50 for the CDs, courses, and classes, record it, then go show everybody what you're talking about over there.
Right.
So you got them type of people. They literally will pay $50 a month just to see what you're talking about. So they go tell the world. But like I say, Austin, man, the dude, he was young, man. Even though I don't think it hurt the movement that they doing, because them cats are still going over there doing their thing. But like I say,
they going more now than ever. They more determined than ever to go now.
Yeah, and the women making it be pro. Like I seen one where the chick was like, why y'all going over there? The dude was like, well, when I try to holler at American black women, they don't want me. And she was like, you should have tried harder. And he like, huh? Try harder when a woman don't want me? He couldn't grasp it. And everybody else was like, this mother crazy. He literally was trying to figure out what is she talking about. Yeah. But, my thing is, a lot of those cats literally want to go over there for a better life and have the women. Because, let's face it, if you not easy on the eyes and you ain't really got money like that, for one, the money situation, you can't go over there. You gotta have, at minimum on the ticket price, run you about $15.
Right.
So the round trip ticket, and then you ain't going over there to come back. That means you gotta have some money to stay over there. You got something in tech where you can stay over there and get a job. Most of the guys that do IT, that's they field of expertise. They go over there and do jobs over there.
Right. You gotta have some type of income. That's where he really messed up. If this is only income, that's where he really messed up, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy over, I don't want to diss him, but dude, I know him. I'm cool. I visit his channel. He a dude in the Philippines or in Thailand right now. And YouTube is one of his main incomes, and he been trying to look for a job to stay over there permanently. And, he just woke up, was like, man, I'm done. I'm going over there, and I'm going to just stay over out of the States. I'm not coming back. Put his stuff in storage or whatever. He ain't coming back. I mean, like, hey, that's your choice. That ain't my choice. Because I tell guys, I say, look, I got married. My wife's from Jamaica, but I found her in America. I get it. Y'all got a raw deal. Yeah, I look at my son all the time. I got an older son, and I told him, I said, dude, in your situation, man, I'm not telling you to not date American women. I'm not telling you to go overseas. I'm telling you, figure out what's best for you.
Right.
Because I can't say go overseas and you get a raw deal over there. Because like they say, if you're a sucker in America, you 9 times out of 10 gonna be a sucker over there.
Exactly. That's what, no matter where you go, you are who you are.
Yeah. And being overseas with a passport is not this magic number or magic thing that puts you in a group with all others, because they got the internet. They starting to do just like these women over here in America. They scamming. Some of them trying to get babies because they got a child support system that's changing over there like America. One dude, he been running over there for years and didn't even know. I think it was Brazil or Puerto Rico got a child support system. He was like, "What?" And they was like, "Yeah, all them years you just messed with them chicks. If you'd have got a chick pregnant, dog, you'd have been on child support through America because we got ties with them." And he was looking like strange because $350 ain't going for a kid over here that much, but in Brazil, I'd take it right there.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. Like,
convert the money.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like you said, I think if that what best suits you, but like, it's so weird to be like, I never even thought, like, I ain't saying I wouldn't date her, but I wouldn't specifically go over there. I'm going to see the sights and, you know what I'm saying, some culture. Like, and the woman wouldn't be the last thing, but I wouldn't be going looking for love, man. I think it almost be phony. Like, you just want to come over here because I'm American. But then they'd be like, well, we ain't going to keep over here, so what you going to, like, it's just so weird.
Yeah, because the women are a plus when you go to the country. I mean, you go there for sightseeing, you go there for business. The women is a plus. That's like going into a restaurant. You already know what's food there. You going there for the ambiance. Like when people go to Ruth Chris, everybody knows that Ruth Chris sells steak. Now, why are you going to Ruth Chris after you know they sell steak? You going for the ambiance. You going the way how the restaurant looks. You going away for the experience on how they bring the food out and all this stuff. Like Salt Bay. Salt Bay Steakhouse ain't no different than pretty much other. But
yeah, I heard it was horrible, man. I heard they terrible.
Yeah, their food is horrible. The burgers, they got an overpriced burger for $45 for a regular cheeseburger. I'm like, $45 for a cheeseburger.
And it's regular, no gold. I think they put gold or something on it, but nevertheless, it's just, I don't think it's wagyu or nothing like that, like you said.
Nope.
It's a regular ass burger, but just the name itself. So yeah, I dig what you're saying, man. That shit is crazy to me, man.
Yeah, man. And it boils down to it like that, man. Like, dude, with Peso, man, I've been watching Peso on and off. He ain't no different than Austin, man. He caught a wave and he struck gold because Peso, man, if you hear his story, he tell people, I was just like Austin. I was over there smashing chicks from overseas because I think he's from Uganda or something. He's not even from there. He from Uganda.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have kept I should have downloaded it, but I think he in Ghana now, like dude was saying as we was talking. He from like Ghana now, or in Ghana now. But that's what dude was saying. He was like, "You just like Austin," and that's it. Just like a little part just seemed like he jealous of dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
What you got to look at it like this. In a way, only reason I say he's like Austin because he's making money off of that system. Like a lot of people that do the passport streams, he's literally making money off the system because when this whole manosphere stuff broke out and he spoke one or two things against the manosphere, all the women came flocking, all the women started paying, all the dudes who didn't like the manosphere came, and it's like a voice against those guys. So whoever goes against them, they're gonna get the recognition because you gotta understand, women already don't like the manosphere anyway. So any man that comes out and speaks out against them, they in full numbers. Like what Kevin was talking about. There were guys who were going against Kevin. Oh, they channels was blowing up. You know, they was giving diehard, dear heart money just to see them go at the manosphere stuff and topic. And that's all Peso Man is doing. I mean, shout out to him for picking a lane and now he's making money on it, but it ain't no different than what Austin do.
Yeah,
Austin took the lane of being a passport bro. If you've seen anything before this, Austin was never talking about traveling being passport. He wasn't talking about none of that stuff until he got in that lane and people started pushing it. He don't know nothing about it. Only thing is he learned little stuff on the fly and he started getting better at it. I mean, 23 years old. At 23, I was getting blissed, toe up every other weekend, going to clubs, just having fun because no responsibility. And that's Austin right now.
Oh,
now this scene has put him so far to where he got to put more things in perspective because like, dang, now I can't go to Brazil. I got to go find me another country to go to. I got to keep my sub count up and my viewers because they paying for my lifestyle. This dude was a barber before he started doing all this. Like, I'm quite sure he ain't cutting hair no more.
Not in the root, not in Thailand. Well, he might, but I doubt it.
Hey,
I doubt that though. But you know, you never know. But yeah, he gonna have to do something quick.
but I think he's gonna be all right. It's just the whole lane that he's in right now. He got to get all that stuff and let it die down. Now his loyal fans, they're gonna stick with him because I mean, honestly, this is basically entertainment. So a lot of people looking at it as for what it is. So,
Right.
you know,
Like I was telling them, a lot of dudes just living vicariously through it, man. They want to go over there and they doing what they want to do. Shit, why not support?
yep.
Not saying that. Not tHE. How you doing? I hope I said that right. What's going on, Josh? I'm sorry, man. Me and please go and support the brothers. We here channel. We here in the building. But what's going on, chat? We just up here politicking about the passport bros. But it was so funny, man. And on the other side of that, when I was getting into it with dude, well, not getting to it, but having that, like, brothers are so firm, man. Like, you know, we got to be a little bit more fluid, man, just to listen and understand people's arguments, man. Like, not saying that they right and I'm wrong and they right. Just, you know, just a different understanding, man. I don't know why that's so hard with us, man.
Man, it's emotions, man. Hey, believe it or not, it's so funny. I used to have this thing where I go on a panel and the guy says feelings, and they be like, man, you know, with the feelings, and I start hitting them with the Maxwell. And I used to have them crying, laughing, but I used to be like, I'm like, dude, you grown man and in y'all feelings on this stuff. And it got to a point to where I was like, man, it's almost every channel I go on, these same guys are doing the same thing. So I'm like, that kind of died out. But, you know, in tHE, man, it's like, dudes got to stop being so emotional. And even with this thing, man, every man is having a little issue because they didn't get to they was Johnny come late. That's like that same thing with Kevin. You know how many people in the manosphere got mad because Kevin blew up and they was here before Kevin? Same thing with like the other guy, lead attorney. There was this one guy named Sly. He was mad and said, why won't y'all buy my course, but you will buy lead attorney course, and lead attorney is selling his course for $1,500 and guaranteed. Other guy, he's not guaranteed that your channel gonna pop. But the whole thing is lead is guaranteed your channel gonna pop. Who you gonna pick? I'm gonna pick the dude who tells me my channel gonna pop by paying by buying this course for either 500 or 15. The proof is in the pudding. This guy ain't even been on YouTube but so long, and his channel popped. He ended up having this one lady that always came on his channel, an older lady. Her channel popped off of, just going on his channel, donating $50. You had the other guy who would go on Kevin's show, Ike. Ike was dropping $500 every other time, and it made his channel pop at first. But your content got to be somewhat aligned or relevant for people to still go. And I get it, because that's even like me. Once I changed my content from the original stuff and to start talking about money and trying to get people aligned with buying houses, insurance, and business, that's not a good talk. People not gonna stay informed on that because you got to catch minds that want to be responsible. But I was like, I could talk my ish on everybody else panel, but when they come over there, they're gonna be bored. Because if you ain't into, bettering yourself and stuff, it ain't gonna be something worth everybody want to see out here. But saying the least, like I said with Austin though, man, dude just young, he filling it out, and now he done really caught his first little bad wave. He gonna be all right. It's just gonna take him some time. Now he gonna want to listen because when he wasn't listening and he thought he was living his best life, now it done came down on him. So it's just gonna take time for him to listen and figure things out.
Yeah, you better do it quick. Keep his dirt under his nails, as my granddad used to say. Boy, you better keep that dirt under your nails, boy.
Yeah, because the thing is, he's still on top now because everybody's trying to hear his response. Even though that girl blew up the spot, she's actually making him and all the other men famous that's doing this passport stuff. Like you said, it's a lot of young guys getting into it on the strength of them exposing and calling them out. What's old boy BGS said that? BGS said, man, y'all think that it's a hit towards the passport bros. No, they're making them better because a lot of women and men didn't even know about the passport until this situation. Yeah, you got the the Fox News guy talking about passport. No,
With Austin Holloman, you talking about him?
yeah, no, it was a black guy interviewing the like two or three of the ladies that down in Texas where it used to be like in the hot seat where the black guy has a debate and talks to people about stuff, racial and whatever hot topics. And they was going there talking about Austin Holloman. Yeah, that guy in Texas. That he be cussing and clowning on there, but he was talking about Austin. And because he said something about Austin and it was all over Texas, now people are soundbiting that clip and putting it all over YouTube. So you got millions of people who never knew about passport are all getting their passports because why? They looking at the situation like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Dude went over there to get him some. Hey, I'm not getting me some, so I might need to go over there to Brazil. I'm gonna be a little bit more low key than him, but that's what I'm gonna do. So they making the movement actually hot. Even like black women. That's what I don't understand. The men that you don't want, why are you mad because they're going to get other women?
And that's how I kind of framed it to do. Like, if you don't want these women anymore, just go and you know what I'm saying. Do your thing, man. Ain't nobody care. I don't understand why y'all giving these people so much energy and you don't even want to deal with them.
But that was the whole thing of the original passport bros that did that. They went over there. They didn't say nothing. So, like in the '90s, the early 2000s, them dudes been over there creeping. Hell, you look at Tiger. What you think Tiger Woods' daddy was doing over there?
Yeah,
He wasn't over there trying to, he was inserting himself into the culture, finding him a woman, bringing her back to the States, and keeping her humble with her roots. A lot of dudes who bring their women back to the States, that's they call that the the bad rule of the game. You're gonna bring a woman out of the fire, out of her safety into the fire. She's gonna turn herself just like the other one. Yeah, what was it? Eddie Murphy Ross said it best. Eddie, I want to have. Eddie. It's like if the women over there are good.
Why you don't talk to me anymore?
Exactly. You put the women in the same environment. What you think? They gonna start acting like the women that you was running away from.
Okay, hello, welcome. We got Alonzo Hall, and I want to say that's Queen, right?
Yeah, it's me.
How you doing today? How y'all doing? Appreciate the pull up,
I'm
y'all.
good.
I'm doing well. I came up because I heard y'all talking about the passport bros, so I wanted to add my 2 cents and make everybody leave the broadcast when I start talking financials.
Well, we got like a half hour left. I gotta get ready for work, but go ahead, do your thing, and then we gonna let you. Or you want to let Queen go first?
Yeah, I could let Queen go. I want to piggyback off of what she was saying, but go ahead, Queen.
All right.
Uh, this movement is not hot. I don't know what is wrong with y'all that y'all would say that. That man did not shine a good light on the passport bros. And anybody that got good sense know that ain't nothing but degeneracy. Brazil, which is one of their hot spots that they talk about going to, got 5.5 million children that are not even claimed as legitimate. And these men is going over there for sex. Listening to folks like BGS, non-married, ain't got no family, whack ass is gonna get these men toe up. All these old men ought to be ashamed of themselves for what Austin done had to go through. That boy is 23 years old. He ain't had a good time, good foot in the dating world to even begin to have the thoughts that he had. But he been sitting up listening to the manosphere and looking at porn since he was 15 years old. And ain't none of these Negroes gave him anything to help him as a young man, but set him up for debauchery because they don't want to go get therapy and they don't want to look at themselves and understand that it don't matter where in the world they go. No woman wants them because they're inadequate as men. But they ain't having these conversations. Nobody gives a damn about them going over there. I wish y'all stop saying that. Y'all look stupid. This is not a good look on black men at all. I don't know why y'all think everybody knowing about y'all degeneracy is some kind of trophy or something.
Do
Something
you
is
think
wrong with y'all. Y'all need help.
you think in every case is this degeneracy?
Black men been traveling long before this passport bro movement even came into existence.
Right.
This passport bro crap. Listen to it passport bro. What grown ass man? What man?
You saying just that in itself, the name and kind of the elite.
No, anybody that's associated with that movement ain't no man with business about himself that's just going over to other countries to network and do business finna align with no shit called no passport, bro. That's a grown man. Grown man do grown
But
man shit.
but Queen, that's
Passport
a lot
bros is
of
going to get their passport. Let me tell you something. If you was going because you can date, what you not gonna do is turn around, stick your passport in the face of the woman behind you, nanny boo boo. We actually don't care. Please get your passport and take your raggedy, awkward, weird ass over there. Go and leave us alone. Nobody cares, but they're mad because they can't get no woman. That's why they want to go get women that don't know no better. But if you look at the women that they showboating off on their videos, these are the same hood rats that they be trying to get over here. They just can get them because they money long, and as soon as that money stop, that woman ain't studying them. A woman of substance of value or a traditional woman, as they say, they not gonna be able to get through the patriarchy that surrounds that woman because that father is not gonna let that degenerate trash come take his daughter.
well, it's like this. I'm gonna let Lonzo cook after this. A lot of the women are more or less broadcasting that the men are doing this. A lot of the men who on YouTube are talking about this, but the men who are actually out there really doing it, they not talking about this. The women are talking about this because of Austin. And the thing with Austin, he did this to himself. Even though he's listening to other guys on YouTube or something like that, you can't fault one man for his decision to do that. Because look at all the other men that follow behind them. They don't go out there and do the same thing that Austin do. So it's Austin's choice. So you can't blame any other man for Austin going out here and want to make the choice to go overseas and deal with women the way he's dealing with them.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook real quick. Um, in terms of is a combination of a bit of what Miss Queen was saying and what she was saying in terms of the financials. So one of the major things is a lot of guys are going over there for sexual escapades, and you know what? That's totally fine. I'm not the penis police, and I'm married, so I could care less what another dude does with his Johnson, right? My major issue is similar to what Miss Queen was saying in terms of the look onto black men as a whole. And what ends up happening is, like she mentioned, in terms of getting through the patriarchy, that is a difficult thing because other countries have that patriarchy. So it's difficult to go to the Dominican Republic or Thailand or whatever, and basically they doing the $40 house. You know what I mean? And you can definitely find some chick on Instagram out here to do it. Look at Bam Man Kevin. But what needs, what I would like to see is if gentlemen are interested in expatriation, um, then set up a plan, right? I have a client from YouTube. You know who I'm talking about, who he intends on expatriating.
Yeah.
He came to me. We started with a life insurance plan. He's putting basically over 10 years, he's putting $120,000 into that. He also put $500,000 away into a retirement account. Then his intention is in 10 years, when it grows to the projected numbers that we've calculated, he'll be able to go overseas and actually live and safely. What do I mean by that? You got to understand, it's like being from New York, being a hood dude, and then going to Chicago and thinking you're going to be the same hood dude because your name rings bells in Brooklyn. It don't mean nothing to nobody in Chi-Town, right? So what happens is they go over there and you can end up like Austin Holloman, because if you don't have the proper finances, you're not going to be in the safe area. So what ends up happening is you're going to the traditional tourist areas, which you can be easily touched, or you're going to be, if you like, for example, if you go in Brazil, you're going to be in the favelas. That would be like me saying, I'm going to go move to Philly. I'm going to move to the nice part of Philly, but I ain't got the money for that. So I'm going to buy this house in Germantown for 30 grand. Well, I don't know if y'all know what, if y'all are familiar with Philadelphia, but Germantown is the hood, right? That's probably where AR Ab and all them are shooting and selling crack. And to be a man of means, you want to have yourself set up so you can go over there. Ain't no mortgages overseas. So you can't go get a 30-year mortgage and think you're going to buy a house and live comfortably. You have maybe 10 years max to pay off your loan, if they give you a loan with a 50% down payment on a property, and they expect a balloon payment. Ironically enough, my client was interested in purchasing a property in Colombia. I was with Coldwell Banker International Real Estate, so I pulled some strings. We talked. The people in Colombia were like, mortgage? Yeah, no. You can try and get the owner to finance it for maybe 3 years, but if the house is 300,000, you gotta come up with 150,000 upfront. We'll build it, and then when we're done building it, we expect the other 150,000 right then and there. So a lot of it is just piss poor planning. And I don't have a problem with men doing whatever it is they want to do. You want to go travel and network? Cool. You want to go travel and, $40 holla? Hey, it ain't what you hump ain't making me, finish. So, at the end of the day.
That's the thing. The law keep changing. The law keep changing. At first it was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At first it was we going to go find traditional wives, but then when you see the content being put out, and it ain't just Austin Holloman, they going over there taking all kind of L's. It's all kind of stupid behind stuff these men over there doing. They over there dying. They over there getting prosecuted by the law. All kind of craziness. They got baby mamas in America, they got to pay to get their bodies back so their children can see their daddy have a proper burial. It's all kind of foolishness going on over there with these dudes, and we see all of this. And now it's, well, we can't even get access to the women to date. Oh, first y'all was getting wives. Now that we know y'all over there tricking, now it's, oh, we can't even date y'all over here. At least we can go over there and date. They just gonna keep changing the narrative instead of correcting their behaviors. This ain't no win. Y'all make black men look stupid. So y'all gonna look stupid in America, and then you gonna make a reputation for being stupid all over the world. And y'all think that's okay? Y'all think y'all winning? Y'all need help.
But that's the reason why a lot of men are going over there, because a lot of times of the women behavior. We yeah, there's a lot of guys that go over there and deal with women in a certain capacity, but then you'll have to look at this. Why are those guys going over there? Why can't they deal with women in their own community? And then you was talking
They gonna
about,
come back to America if they make it back, and they still ain't gonna have no woman, because a woman is a woman, don't matter where it come from, and the deficiency is with those men.
well, if that's the case, well, why most men married and most men aren't married? It all depends on the woman and the man in their relationship. So when it comes down to it, if a man goes to another country and want to find a woman and it's not good for him over there, either he stays over there, or he comes back over here and find another opportunity. So we can
And
have
most
the
of them
back.
gonna come back over here without wives. They not married. Black men's marriage rates have not increased.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know who y'all think y'all sitting up here lying to with
Well,
all
the
this
ironic
nonsense.
thing
If
is,
I cared, I would feel embarrassed. But because it seems like black men collectively have decided that ain't nothing wrong with them, and they gonna keep doing degenerate behind stuff because they men and they can't, I don't care. But I just want y'all to know y'all look stupid.
so the majority of black men are actually married to black women here in the States. It's actually a higher clip than black women are married to black men. The thing that we have to realize, and I don't think that we do realize, because there are a lot of tropes out there in terms of black men being the most desired, and that's not completely true. Black men are desired very much just like black women. We are fetishized by other ethnicities. Most other ethnicities are very much race loyal, which I am too. I personally don't believe in race mixing, even though my mother was damn near a divester, right? Outside of her having me with a black man, right? But again, at the end of the day, what we truly need is to have power. Like, one of the most idiotic things I saw was niggas was mad at Yo Gotti for getting with Angela Simmons, and my thing was, you have to understand that that's a power move. So what we should start doing is making power moves and ostracizing the quote unquote degenerates, if you will. Now, I will say, again, it is a choice that people are making, and at the end of the day, we cannot control what another man does. However, there's just a multitude of things that do need to be corrected, because I, as a business person, am having difficulty being taken serious in the boardrooms, because they're like, oh, here goes a Gloctavius, right? And prime example, I'm in the middle of Yale University. Everybody knows Yale University, right? But fucking, like, to speak to these students whose parents are the movers and shakers of the world is very difficult, because they're very afraid or tentative to even open up those doors. So what ends up happening is we get blocked out. Now, we know everybody hates black men, including black men. And I think the difficulty of spaces like the manosphere is we ask for black male agency, and then, there are people who, conscious, you've seen it, dudes be on 4-hour circle jerks, bro. And the problem is that, you know, how many, you know, they're all red pill, black pill, but everybody is always like, oh, they're one BJ away from being blue pill and all this other. I'm no pill. I don't really subscribe to any of that.
Yeah.
I go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say pills are man-made, but go ahead.
Yeah, I subscribe to, you know, more of what, ironically enough, rest in peace, Alan Roger Curry was saying. He made it very clear. I really don't care about your dating and mating, except I came here to sell my book. I really don't care about guys dating and mating. I came here to sell insurance, retirement, and investments. Right? So, but I want to open that door to a lot of black men because this field can actually give us the power that we need or that we desire. Right now in America, black men are a fucking underclass. Excuse my language, but we are, right? And it seems like we're a permanent underclass, right? And it seems like it takes until, you know, the cops shoot one of us up for anybody to care about anything. But did Black Lives Matter put a fucking dollar into a park, into a food drive, into an after school program? Or did they just rake in a couple of $1 billion and buy some chicks some houses that were the owners of, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement? Right? When I got shot 5 times, ain't nobody come out for me, my homies who I rode for, nor any activists. Right? But, you know, I take it in stride, right? Like Tupac, 5 shots couldn't stop me. I took it in a smile, right?
We're glad you're still here, brother.
Thank you. I am too. But so now that's why I have a purpose. And, you know, I may need to hold my nuts a little more and be a little more bold about what I do. I'm very, I try to be humble and timid just because, you know, I understand the nature of what I do and it's hard to even trust. But man, you know, a lot of times, man, this nigga shit, it just gets old, you know. Even like RBR is like, yo, what the freak? Like, let's get our whatever billions of dollars. Now he's, you know, off the deep end with shit. But at the same time, you know, he's got some valid points. And so there is some validity to a lot of shit. My fault, go ahead.
No, you good. But actually, I gotta end it in about 10 minutes, y'all. But we gonna get everybody's last thoughts out here. But I just want y'all to know I'm on the 10-minute mark. I gotta get ready for work in the morning. That 6 be coming so fast.
Yep. But I just want to say this too. Dealing with the situation, you know, I always tell you, Alonzo, this is the thing I say in the community that, you know, the so-called manosphere. Every guy in there should be getting life insurance because you got to look at it like this. A lot of times we talk about being protectors and providers. If you don't have no life insurance, you're doing a disservice to your family. First of all, if you have a family, a dude who has kids, you literally should have a situation. Hold on.
Now, you said that this morning. Ironically enough, I was watching your video this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, and I always say that. I mean, it's just like they doing their kids a disservice because if I have like what's my situation having kids, you know, I got the policy through you to help my kids, but then I also have policy as well for my family just in case if something happens. You know, if something ever happens to me, I got enough money set aside for my wife to pay the house off and don't have to work. You know, take money and put it in investments. A lot of guys are not doing that for their families. You know, even with the point of reference, if we're talking about yourself, men who, you know, we always talk about this a lot of times, me and you, guys having $5,000 and $10,000. I mean, that's bare minimum if you're gonna bury yourself. But leaving something for your family, you got guys in the ministry talking about, you know, their nieces and nephews, mainly their nephews. I'm like, if you don't have any kids when you die, why not leave $10,000 to your nephew and put it in a trust or something to where he can't touch it until he turns 18. Put 50,000 set aside. If you don't have kids, put it aside for some other kids or something like that. Bottom bones, at most you're spending at least about $100 to, build legacy in the whole life policy, and also save money for yourself, because all those hundreds you put into a universal life, if you fool around and don't die, or you just get to a point where you get old and nobody's take care of you because you're lonely, you can go in that policy and pull money out and take care of yourself. See, a lot of times Alonzo preach about this and a lot of people forget, and I'm be kind of short with it. There's death policies, which you pay for your death, you pay for your funeral, and there's life policies in which you take care of things for yourself. Where if you put money in like a savings fund. Hell, Alonzo has that universal life to where it grows at a 5%. Why not take advantage of that compound interest where it's not interrupted by the stock? It's not interrupted when you invest in the stock market. Me and Alonzo had this talk all the time where we talk about the difference between the 401k and the universal life insurance. I put my money in the 401k back in during the 08 crash. I lost almost 10,000 or more out of that. I put my money in this universal life insurance. Every time the market crashed, my money's fine. And they're growing at, 7%. But I'm like, dude, why not invest in a policy like that to where like the policy matures in 10 years? I go in there, snatch a couple thousand out, go invest in the property. Snatch a couple thousand out, go invest in the business that I have. Snatch a couple thousand out, go invest in, my kids going to college. Go invest in a car. Go invest in something like a truck for my business gonna make me money. That's the main reason for having it. See, a lot of people, they want instant gratification. They're not taking the time to, put things in perspective to say, okay, if I'm doing this and I'm having this situation to where I got something prolonging to the future, I gotta set aside $10,000 in the future. Why not go ahead and invest in this life insurance now? It's like a savings fund. The worst thing you could do is close the policy out and get all the money out, to a degree that you put in. There's fees and issues for, getting it out early, but then there's money available. But let's say you don't take it all out and you just take a portion of it out. Guess what? If you die, the money that's in that policy still goes to your family. But go ahead, Lonzo.
Man, it's a hedge fund, to be honest. But I'll be brief. So she'd actually mentioned something that in the Black community we talk a lot about, and I don't think we ever did the research. We talk about generational wealth. We often talk about that through real estate. We don't talk about it through insurance because it's not something that we've been educated on. I did a video about Lisa Marie Presley, who recently died. She had $35 million worth of life insurance. One policy was a $10 million policy. She was in $4 million of debt and had just done the paperwork to get $4 million out of her $10 million life insurance policy to pay off the $4 million in debt. Was going to take $2 million that she owed to the IRS from another life insurance policy. So the wealthy people are doing this. Meanwhile, Dave Ramsey is telling us to buy a term and invest the difference. You can't invest unless you come with a lump sum of a minimum of $10,000, which is equal to $834 a month. But when we talk about generational wealth, if you go to Google and Google how long is a generation, they say it's between 20 and 30 years. So if we just do some simple math and say 20 years, simple math, the average income of an American is $50,000. Simple math tells you that an average motherfucking janitor at McDonald's is making 50 grand, needs a $1 million death benefit to leave one generation of wealth. 1 million divided by 20 is $50,000 a year for 20 years. Generational wealth. You want to become a millionaire? Boom. $1 million life insurance policy. That adds to your net worth. Overnight, you're a freaking millionaire. We got to start looking for actual ways to make it happen instead of these get rich quick schemes that, LLC, Twitter, and all that. But I'll end it here, man. You know my thing, white ass, work in progress every day and see success. And ladies and gentlemen, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.
Appreciate the pull up, man. Thank y'all for the bill, man. Queen, you want to finish up? We got literally like maybe 3 minutes. So I can give everybody a minute. We're going to start with the lady first. Go ahead, Miss Queen.
Oh, I ain't got much to say. I just wish y'all stop praising degeneracy and tell the truth so we can fix this because this is crazy. Thanks for having me up, Conscious Moron.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
You too. Cheese, you want to go next?
Well, since she said that, it's on both sides. We gotta have a conversation because if the men are doing what they supposed to do and the women aren't, then it's a conflict of interest. And then the women doing what they supposed to do and the men aren't, then once again, it's a conflict of interest. So raising the eyebrow on both sides. You got a group of men that are doing the right thing, a group of women should be getting together. You can't have men who you call degenerates wanting to deal with women of some substance, and it's the vice versa. So it's never going to be a meeting of the minds because everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own issues. Like I said in that comment, if you want to do better, you got to stop dealing with these type of women as a man to get married. Same with a woman. If you want to deal with a man to get married, stop dealing with the looks and start dealing along the lines of what value that man's bring. Because that's the way I got married. I stopped dealing with the look and I started dealing with the value because the look is a plus, but the value has to match the look. If the value and the look don't go together, those two hand in hand is not going to be a good match. But go ahead.
She said it best, man. You know, go for value. The looks will fade. Other than that, man, my shit, man. Wipe ass. And when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.
All right. Man, we're going to have to do this again, man, especially about the insurance, because I heard a few things, too, like you can pull money out and it won't affect your money. But, yeah, man, we're going to have to do this again, man. I appreciate y'all for coming up. I know She'd always got it on his show, so y'all can go and check it out on his show, too. But, yeah, I think we should start at least telling brothers this a little bit more.
I might drop something in the morning about this, and if Alonzo's up, he can catch it in. I'm gonna try to see if I can catch between 7 and 8, because I'm trying to get up early now and start doing stuff. I usually go in at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8 or so. I try to do a live. I might try to do an early one tomorrow. But
all right,
hey man, I'll let you know.
All right, man. I appreciate
y'all.
That y'all appreciate the pull up, y'all be safe. All right, man. And of course, I have to thank you guys, the audience, for staying here listening to me, man. We literally got about 80 seconds, 8 seconds. So whenever it is run out, it's just gonna run out. But I want to thank y'all for coming. Hit the like, subscribe, and share. Catch a repeat. Keep it going. Y'all have a good night. Y'all get no trouble. Y'all be safe. And appreciate Pesco, and I want to appreciate the other content creator, tHPP Network. Go and check him out. Y'all have a good night. Peace in the Middle East with a lot of hair grease.